Hello beautiful people, this is Dawn, your tarot teacher here. Join me now as we continue our learning journey with the card of the moon. When we encounter the enchanting light of the moon, it teaches us that the light is increasing, not outwardly at first, but inwardly. When the moon card appears, it signals that clarity and understanding are beginning to develop within us, even if we cannot yet see the results. This inner light represents intuition, insight, and the gradual awakening of the deeper layers of the mind, as well as a growing ability to see through illusions and connect with our subconscious wisdom. Each of us holds a divine spark within, and we are governed by cycles, rhythms, and unseen forces. This perspective reveals that we are multidimensional beings, embodying both the vastness of the macrocosm and the intricacies of the microcosm. When we consciously participate in our own inner development, we can accelerate our evolution. The moon reminds us that growth does not always occur in clear daylight. Much of it happens in shadow, in instinct, and in the subconscious layers of the mind. The moon rules the subconscious realm and our biorhythms, the tides of energy that rise and fall within the body and psyche. This card teaches us that things are not always what they appear to be. Illusions exist within the subconscious, and when we encounter this archetype, our task is not to banish the darkness, but to learn how to see clearly through it. The moon is number 18 in the Major Arcana. The energy of the number 18 is deeply mystical and transformative. 18 is seen as a number of initiation, transition, and the journey through the shadows of the subconscious. The number 1 relates to self-consciousness and the Magician card, awareness of self as a creative force. The number 8 relates to primal nature, instinct, and the Strength card, the raw life force that animates the body. When these two forces are brought into harmony, they resolve into number 9, the number of the Hermit. Therefore, the moon can be understood as the outer expression of the hermit, while the hermit is the inner essence of the moon. Where the hermit withdraws inward for solitary development, the moon reflects that inward work outward through the subconscious. In Kabbalah and the Tree of Life, the moon card is associated with Path 29, which connects the spheres of Netzach, representing instinct, desire, and emotions, to Malkut, the realm of physical manifestation and the body. This path symbolizes the final major threshold before spirit fully incarnates into matter. It governs the subconscious interface between the psyche and the body, overseeing dreams, illusion, instinct, fear, imagination, and astral perception. Here, unresolved subconscious material filters into physical experience, explaining the moon's links to sleep, trance, fantasy, confusion, and the process of initiation through darkness. The moon card is associated with the Hebrew letter Kof, a symbol rich in mystical meaning. Kof is often interpreted as representing the back of the head, or that which is hidden from ordinary sight, embodying the unseen recesses of consciousness and the mysterious terrain of the subconscious mind. In the context of the moon card, Kof invites us to explore the depths of intuition, dreams, and inner transformation. It serves as a reminder that spiritual growth often involves venturing through the shadows and unknown aspects within us, seeking illumination in the darkness and trusting the wisdom that emerges from those hidden places. Now let's explore the imagery of this card. At the top of the card, a full moon shines brightly, reflecting the light of the sun into the darkness of night. The moon bears a face, indicating that this is a conscious being, not passive but aware. Beams or flames of moonlight rain down upon the earth below, symbolizing subtle forces descending into matter. From a pool of water, a crawfish emerges onto the path. On either side of this path stand a dog on the left and a wolf on the right. Both lift their heads and howl at the moon. The path winds between rolling hills and passes through 2 tall watchtowers, continuing beyond the horizon into the unknown. The pool is the same sacred pool seen in the Temperance and Star cards. It represents the great deep of the cosmic mind, the stream of source of consciousness originating in the High Priestess. All organic life arises from this depth. The crawfish and the surrounding plant life signify this primal emergence. This pool also corresponds to the 9th sephira on the Tree of Life, Yesod. Yesod means foundation and is known as the sphere of the moon and the seat of the subconscious mind. In tarot, the subconscious emanates from the High Priestess card. Both she and the moon are associated with the lunar goddesses Diana and Luna. Diana, the huntress, was often depicted with 2 hounds, a reflection echoed here with the dog and the wolf of this card. The dry land of physical manifestation emerges from the pool. The crawfish climbing out symbolises early stages of conscious unfoldment. Crawfish represent instinctive energy and primal awareness. This is a card of physical evolution, consciousness awakening within matter. The rising and the falling of the path illustrates the principles of rhythm and vibration. Life energy moves in cycles, not straight lines. Evolution ascends through waves. The path runs between 2 animals, the domesticated dog and the wild wolf. Both creatures embody powerful symbols, the loyal trained dog representing comfort, companionship and the routines of modern life, while the wolf stands for untamed freedom, raw instinct and the mysteries of the wilderness. Nature provides instincts, art refines them. The moon shows how to balance instinct with discipline and wildness with awareness. The journey suggests that both sides of our nature, our tamed habits and our untamed impulses, can coexist in harmony when guided by conscious understanding. The moon's presence reflects the subtle dance between our deeper emotions and rational thought, encouraging us to move forward while honouring both our primal roots and cultivated wisdom. While the dog may look to humans for guidance and security, always ready to return home, the wolf remains vigilant and self-reliant, roaming the landscape with acute senses attuned to every change. Together, they remind us of the tension and harmony between safety and adventure, loyalty and independence, urging us to embrace the strengths found in each. Within the pool, we see the mineral and vegetable kingdoms. This is significant because it illustrates the idea that all forms of life, mineral, plant, animal, and ultimately human, arise from the same primal source. The pool represents the cosmic mind and the subconscious depths from which organic life emerges. This imagery underscores the interconnectedness of all existence and the gradual ascent of consciousness from inert substance to living awareness, echoing the themes of growth, transformation, and the unfolding of hidden potential. The 2 watchtowers mark the boundary between the known and the unknown. Beyond them, the path rises into unseen planes of consciousness, realms accessed through dream, sleep, and trance states. Evolution is always ascending. Over time, even our lower states become higher than our former peaks. The moon watches over this slow, inevitable ascent. The path of the moon leads us through uncertainty toward understanding. At its deepest level, the moon reveals the principle of inner organization. This is the stage where everything we have learned on our journey, consciously and unconsciously, becomes integrated into the foundation of the subconscious mind. This integration causes a restructuring of the body at an atomic and cellular level. Yet shadows can still remain. Unresolved fears, illusions, and distortions must be cleared so that true sight can emerge. The moon does not rush this process. It teaches patience, honesty, and discernment and guides us through it. The esoteric title of this card is The Ruler of Flux and Reflux. Put simply, the esoteric name, the ruler of flux and reflux, means that this card symbolises the constant movement and change in life. It represents how things flow back and forth, much like tides or cycles, and highlights the importance of adapting to these shifts. This card governs periods of uncertainty and transition, encouraging us to navigate life's ups and downs with awareness and balance. The element associated with this card is mutable water, which corresponds to Pisces. Within tarot, Pisces governs the moon rather than Cancer due to its ability to traverse past, present and future realms concurrently. This sign prompts more profound spiritual inquiry and facilitates the dissolution of rigid boundaries. Under the influence of the moon, consciousness becomes adaptable, receptive and expansive. At its core, the moon speaks of passage, choice, truth and illusion, romance, dreams and fantasy. When working positively, the moon enhances our intuition and imagination, our faith in unseen processes, and a deep connection with animals and nature. In shadow and when distorted, the moon can manifest as hallucination and confusion and fantasy, escapism, self-deception and denial. The moon does not promise clarity immediately, it promises growth. It asks us to walk the path even when we cannot see its end, trusting that each step reorganizes us from within, preparing us for greater light. Now take a moment to reflect on a time when you faced uncertainty or had to trust your intuition without knowing the outcome. How did the moon's energy of trusting unseen processes and embracing the unknown show up for you? What insights or inner growth did you discover along the way? Be sure to journal any insights as they come. And so the Fool has met with the moon and learned to embrace the unknown. Through the wisdom of the moon, the Fool discovers that clarity is not always immediate and that growth often occurs in mysterious ways. The Fool learns to trust intuition and accept the lessons found in uncertainty, knowing that each experience, whether clear or shrouded in mist, is part of a greater transformation. In walking this path, the Fool is gently prepared for the illumination that lies ahead, growing in faith and inner strength with every step. And now the Fool steps out once more into the bright embrace of the sun. Shadows lift, replaced by clarity and warmth. Here the Fool feels a renewed joy and confidence and learns to celebrate the simple happiness of being alive. Join me next as we meet one of the most radiant archetypes on this journey and step into the card of the Sun.